Yes! Yes! They have the audacity to go after anything! The 7 dragons, gods. No ancient artifact that relates can escape their greedy ambitions. Still, this time is different. Who do they think they are, going after the Abyss Order's treasures? Oh, Traveler, it's you.
Huh? Ganyu, what are you doing here with Lan? Do you have a commission you need to post?
Hello. We were just discussing the treasure hoarders.
Yes. We were just saying how even the audacious treasure hoarders should know better than to mess with the Abyss. It's just too evil.
But we recently received intel from the Ministry of Civil Affairs that 2 big-time treasure hoarders in Liyue and Mondstadt are planning some big joint operation.
2 big-time treasure hoarders?
Yes. They're known as Big Sis of the South and Raptor of the North.
Oh, Raptor! Paimon remembers he tried to run away from Amber in Mondstadt.
You already know something then. I guess you must have crossed paths with the treasure hoarders many times before. You are correct. She's the head of the treasure hoarders in Liyue. As I understand it, the treasure hoarders all call her boss. Some say that the god of thieves even bestowed a gift upon her for her exploits, making her Big Sis of the gods. But that's probably just a wild rumor.
Anyway, the treasure hoarders discovered some previously unexplored ruins that the Abyss Order has been seeking. Despite how dangerous that makes it, all the treasure hoarders can think about is what kinds of treasure could be inside. They have already devised a plan. They will send out a decoy to divert the Abyss Order's forces away from the ruins, then send an expert thief inside to steal the treasure.
To this end, Big Sis and Raptor have reportedly recruited a certain Grand Thief from Fontaine.
Grand Thief? That's quite an impressive-sounding title.
Oh, indeed. He is an extraordinary individual. The Grand Thief is highly respected in the treasure hoarders, in the same way that we adventurers look up to great adventurers. Ah, so you're familiar with the author of the Tevat Travel Guide, then? Correct. The Grand Thief is someone as renowned as her. So, despite being relative big-timers in Liyue and Mondstadt, Big Sis and Raptor had to put...
With the major changes in Liyue recently, the Ministry of Civil Affairs and the Millelith already have their hands full. They don't have any time to investigate rumors about treasure hoarder activity. But anything related to the Abyss makes me feel like there is some unknown danger lurking beneath the surface. So I decided to come to the Adventurers Guild to post a commission.
Leave this commission to us.
Oh, thank you so much.
Good to see this in the hands of a reliable guild member. Well then, good luck.
Okay.
There are signs of treasure hoarder activity here. They must have come to these ruins. Let's go deeper inside. Paimon sure hopes Ganyu's information is reliable. There aren't that many guards here. Looks like their plan to draw away the Abyss Order's forces really worked. More signs that a treasure hoarder was here. This should be the right direction. But why does it feel stranger and stranger as we make it deeper into these ruins? Be careful now. Paimon's right behind you.
Rain outlines your fate.
कुंडिया है का नहीं बे आय आय
This looks like a person. Could it be the Grand Thief? Why is he in that position? Is he praying to something? That's... Why is the statue of the Seven hanging upside down? And the statue's hands... Paimon remembers they're normally holding an orb, right? But this statue is holding... What is that? Paimon has a really bad feeling about this. And the Grand Thief hasn't moved an inch. Do you think he's... Hello? Are you okay, mister? He's dead. Paimon doesn't feel so good. Let's get out of here, and fast! We should report back to Ganyu and Lon. Ah! Now what? We can't stay here! Quick, run!
Time to act. No, my sword! me in mind. No, my sword! Time to act.
അതല്ല. അപ്പൊ ഇതൊരു കോട്ടല്ലേ?
You cannot spy on the secrets of the Abyss. You have come here. You have seen our secrets. For this, you must pay the price. As a herald, I will mete out your punishment.
An Abyss Herald?
Dainsleif. Oh, I thought you were just a couple of pests that stumbled in here by mistake. So, you are with Dainsleif, that constant annoyance in our affairs. Did he send you here to die? His resistance against the Abyss is unstoppable.
What is this power? Pirate's never seen it before! Careful! Please don't get cocky!
Swift and merciful!
It's a roar!
Nice and spicy! Race you!
All right,
A touch of frost!
No, my sword!
This power, it seems familiar. I see. So it's you. You are the one. In that case, I shall stay here no longer.
What a tough battle! Are you okay? Oh, such a strong enemy! Who knew the Abyss Order had monsters this powerful among them? Huh? What is it? What are you thinking about? Oh, right, yeah! We're near the exit now. Let's get out of this scary place before something even more dangerous shows up.
So, we meet again. A little sooner than I had expected.
Hey, it's Dane!
Judging by your expression, it seems you just experienced something quite strange. Could it be that you encountered an Abyss Herald in those ruins?
Huh? How did you know that?
I've been on the Abyss Herald's trail. I didn't expect to find you here as well. An inverted statue of the Seven, holding abyssal power in its hands. No, I have never seen such a thing during my time fighting the Abyss, though I have had my suspicions. Tell me the rest of what happened in there. So you escaped the ruin depths filled with abyssal power, and then?
And then, as we got close to the exit, an Abyss Herald suddenly appeared and blocked our way! We fought a big battle with that thing. Maybe it hasn't gotten too far yet.
Yes, this is a rare opportunity indeed. Come, let's catch up to it.
our opportunity with Dane help.
Body and mount. Rain out. Finds your fate.
Into the fire! Now I'm really in a pickle.
From whence you came!
Nice and spicy. Those abyss mages just now. Were they trying to ambush us?
No. They were just digging through these abandoned ruin guards looking for something of value.
Oh, is that so? The trap looking for chaos devices, chaos circuits, you know.
They wouldn't be searching for such ordinary. In fact, I was nearby investigating precisely because abyss mages often come out from that ruin to explore. They seem to be searching the remains of ruin guards for a certain valuable object to take back to the ruins. However, they look disappointed, so it would seem they haven't found it yet.
Well then, why didn't you grab one of them just now and ask what they were up to?
I certainly don't mean to be merciful towards, but I have a feeling that their plan with this object is of major importance to the entire abyss. One cannot discover the truth behind it through, or rather, these abyss mages likely fear something else.
Paimon is getting goosebumps thinking about all this.
All right, we shouldn't waste too much time here. Let's continue our search.
Swift and merciful.
Rain outlines your fate. Time to act. Let me weave you a verse.
A touch of frost. Spirit blade. Attack!
No, my sword!
One with my blade. Submit for judgment.
Nice and spicy. Prepare to be blown away.
Swift and merciful.
That really hurt.
From whence you came. One with my blade.
Wow. Besides the Abyss Order, Ruin Guards sure are active around here. Seems wherever we find an Abyss Mage hideout, there's often a bunch of Ruin Guards roaming around.
There are no coincidences in the world, just like your appearance in that tavern. Time is just waiting for... Forget it. Just the connection between the Abyss Order and the... Rather, they are both branches that have grown out.
Branches? Roots?
Both originate from an ancient...
Huh? Conria? Really? The Abyss Order and Ruin Guards are left over from after the destruction of that nation? Oh. Speaking of Conria, that's really a... Oh, right. As your guide, Paimon should explain a bit here. A long time ago... Huh? You have memories of being there. But that nation was destroyed 500 years ago.
Is that so? Well, everyone has their secrets. You did not pry into mine, so I shall not pry into yours. But, if you would like to tell me, I will listen. So, the Conria you saw, what was it like?
So that's the complete story, huh?
I see. So,
It seems your brother woke up.
and then your brother told you that the destruction...
The destruction of Conria?
that?
That destruction you witnessed, it seems the first time you awoke in...
So your brother must have understood the...
And it was shortly after that that you...
Oh, Paimon knows this part really well.
I understand. When you awoke at that time and hurriedly tried to leave for another world, you didn't know anything about Conria. But now, since you have come to gain some understanding of Tevat, you are able to guess that the war you witnessed all those years ago must be the war that ended Conria.
If that's the case, you must have been flipping through all sorts of books during our adventure these past... Before going to Mondstadt, you had just looked at some vague materials. Later we met... So the whole time you were just trying to learn more about Conria so you could find your brother? Oh, yeah. You can travel around the 7 nations to find the 7. But where can you go to find a nation that was destroyed 500 years ago?
I probably know more about Conria than both of you. Conria was a nation without a god. not because it had a god that died or abandoned them, but because it never had a god to begin with. It was a powerful nation, built purely by humans. An unprecedented, flourishing, and glorious civilization.
A nation without a god?
Later events unfolded just as you remember.
You mean...
500 years ago, the gods the pride of humankind was uprooted and crushed.
How could that be? The history books don't say anything about that.
Yes, well, continuing to discuss the past now will only dampen our spirits. Let's keep moving. I will tell you more of what you want to know as we continue our search.
इथं कुठं आहे पाहिजे तुझं लेवल कुठला चाललं चाललं
अबे तेच की आता 11 चाललंच होतं बंदच झालं की बघू सेव्ह झालं का नाही ते पण माहिती मला गेम सेव्ह झाले की नाही का माहिती लोड खा हे झालं ना
Forth, my blade! But how?
Rain outlines your fate.
Swift and merciful!
No, my sword!
A touch of frost!
लेवल 30 होता है बघ 30
Over there! It's more ruin guards and abyss mages. Dane was just saying how these ancient machines are... So...
No. Ruin Guard is the name modern people have given these machines. No one called them that 500 years ago. These Ruin Guards were known as Field Tillers by the people of Canria.
Field tillers? What a strange name.
It's not like you think. Field Tiller was just a code name. The people of Canria like to give code names to their weapons. The land is not to be tilled with farming tools.
Fought for with steel and blood? Well, that's an interesting way of understanding tilling. Paimon doesn't...
After the destruction of Canria, these masterless field tillers went completely out of control. They wandered aimlessly over the centuries, perhaps resonating with the...
Well, that sounds so sad.
Once you understand more, those details won't mean much, but no matter their past, all...
Ring cutter.
You're toast! Out the frying pan! Be gone!
One with my blade. Submit for judgment.
ला फेसबुक अकाउंट उगा क्रिएट करत बसलो
Huh? This abyss maze dropped a talisman.
This talisman seems connected to the abyss. Perhaps it really does contain information about their operation.
But Paimon can't read the writing on it. Is that the script of Conria?
Engulf the faith of the enemy in flame, and bring glory to His Highness the Prince.
What? Is that what it says?
Loom of Fate initial operation. They, the Abyss, seem to be carrying out a large operation. The keyword here is Loom of Fate. It seems like they are still launching the operation, or rather, are still conducting preliminary tests.
Loom of Fate? What's that? Is it literally a fate-weaving machine? From the horrible feeling Paimon's been getting, so Dane, what message does this talisman contain?
I'm reading it now. An ambitious operation. But some parts are difficult to understand.
How so?
In short, the first phase of the plan is related to Osile, Overlord of the Vortex.
The Overlord of the Vortex? You mean that god in the ocean? What do they want with Osile?
I know of your past heroics regarding Dvalin, and I also know of the Abyss Order's role in the Storm Terror incident. Though you may not have been aware of it at the time, you were thwarting an Abyss Order operation similar to this one.
Last time it was Venti's old friend. Will the Abyss Order use their lies and dark magic to corrupt Osile?
No. From the contents of the talisman, they won't just corrupt Osile's mind. They also plan to use the ancient technology behind the field tillers to...
Is that even possible? So wait, the Abyss Order wants to make some sort of cyber...
Very few people today truly understand the civilization of Conria. Only the Abyss Order has consistently sought out the remnants of Conria. The talisman's message states that they will use the defiled statue as a base, attaching Osile's limbs to construct a mechanized god. And the new core that shall replace the orb usually held by the statue of the Seven is the eye of the very first field tiller.
The eye of the very first field tiller?
It would seem so.
This whole thing keeps getting more complicated.
Yes. Thereby imbuing the newly born god with the power to...
Oh boy, the Abyss Order sure isn't holding back with this plan. Since no one knows where the first field tiller is, how about... Yeah, that tone-deaf bard is too difficult to track.
The cathedral.
Huh? What's the matter, Dane?
Nothing. Let's get moving.
काय बघायला बे
Rain outlines your fate.
A huge statue, a grandiose cathedral. The people of Mondstadt clearly spent a great deal of but how aware of this was the Animo Archon on receiving this gift?
Faith doesn't ask for anything in return.
As long as the gods have a...
Shh! We're about to enter the cathedral! Don't say anything bad about the Animo Archon! And actually, the Animo Archon is...
I never specifically said I would enter the cathedral. I'll leave you two to mingle with the sisters.
Huh?
You are the honorary knight of Mondstadt. They will having me tag along would only make them suspicious. Correct. And just as our little friend said, when a non-believer I have never received... That's enough about that.
Okay, then we'll just...
I should warn you about one thing. Don't go mentioning the defiled statue inside the cathedral. The Church of Favonius wouldn't ignore the matter of the statue. But if they rashly tried anything against the Abyss Order, it would only ruin whatever element of surprise. Also, meddling in the affairs of the Abyss usually doesn't end well for any...
Anything the Knights...
Honorary Knight! Hi, how have you been? Do you need anything today? But I should first make it clear that if you need to borrow the Holy Lyre to Hermel again, we cannot oblige.
It seems she hasn't realized it's just an illusion. Oh, we're here to ask some questions about something. Barbara, have you heard about the first field tiller?
What's that? Field tiller.
Of course you wouldn't know anything about that. Okay, next question. Has the church ever lost a statue of the Seven?
Clever 11th year.
You're here to ask about that old story? Well, I didn't expect that. That was such a long time ago, barely anyone mentions it nowadays. A long time ago, there was indeed one statue of the Seven that disappeared one night without a trace. Nearly every member of the church joined the search for it, but it was never found. In the church's records, as you might assume, this incident has been called the Lost Statue of the Seven.
Of course.
Of course?
Nothing? Sorry, Barbara, but we can't tell you about the statue we saw just yet. Like Dane said outside, it's for your own good.
Other strange stories? I'm not sure. Let me think about what other unusual incidents are in the church's records. Oh, the Tyrant's Final Fury? No, that's from another time.
The Tyrant's Final Fury?
Oh, this refers to a time of great danger that many, many years ago, there was a time when balls of fire would rain from the sky whenever anyone approached Old Mondstadt.
Balls of fire raining from the sky? How terrifying!
People at that time believed it was a curse laid down by the god of storms. This strange phenomenon continued for about a year. No one was ever able... Right! Later, the theory of the time... Perhaps it was something else that caused the disaster. Anyway, this incident might not be related to the lost statue.
It's okay. Thanks anyway!
There's that pointless word, thank you, again. I can never get used to hearing it.
Oh, Rosaria, it's you.
If you're looking for the Knights of Favonius, they're busy with those monsters again.
Those monsters?
Those monsters that tried to attack Mondstadt last time during the...
Wasn't that the Abyss Order?
Indeed. They're gathered... Could it be that the Abyss Order is targeting the spirit of... Master Jean has already headed off to Wolvendom.
Then I will go as well.
Master Jean said you should stay at the church and continue your work with the clergy.
But you're also a member of the clergy.
Right. We'll go give Master...
Oh, okay. But please, everyone, be careful. May the animal... Back to Lily.
Oh, shit.
I see. This could very well have something to...
But what is the Abyss Order going to Wolvendom for anyway? Are they looking to do the same as they did with Dvalin? Not again!
No, that's not likely. Unlike Osile, who was just suppressed, Andreas died long ago. Today, it is just his spirit that stands guard over Wolvendom. The Abyss Herald may just be targeting the spirit of Andreas in an attempt to garner some information.
Where the many hilly trolls out in the wild take orders from them.
Body and mind.
The Abyss Order!
Don't underestimate the enemy. Let's take them now.
Prepare to be blown away!
Swift and merciful! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Rain outlines your fate.
There sure are a lot of enemies around here.
The closer we get to the target, the more enemies there are.
Yeah.
I'm not going any further.
Huh? Why not? Is it because you're afraid of fluffy animals?
It has nothing to do with wolves. It's because Boreas was an ancient god, yet he willingly became a servant of the Seven. I cannot possibly agree with his actions. Besides, you're the one people like. There's nothing special about it. It's just my opinion, but a word of advice. You shouldn't place too much trust in them. But at the same, even if the god in question...
Don't trust them and don't hunt them.
Lest I repeat the failings of my I will tell you one final fact.
Huh? What the...
The destruction of the nation of Canria by the gods is the reason the Abyss Order now seeks to destroy the nations watched over by the Seven. Well, enough chit-chat.
Up, there we go. What a strange man. Yeah, that's true. You also keep your guard up against unfamiliar gods. At the rite of Dissension in Liyue, your decision... Not the easiest situation.
Honorary Knight, Paimon, what are you two doing here?
Oh, Master Jean! So glad we found you. Rosaria told us that you came here to fight the Abyss Order, so we came to help.
Then your help is greatly appreciated. I just scouted out all of Wolven. Rosaria told me that the Abyss Order... But the Abyss Order and Boreas...
They just like to cause trouble. The Abyss Order are...
That is true. Regardless, whether the reason behind the present threat is clear or not, Honorary Knight, this god's spirit... He does... Okay, be careful. No, my sword!
Not welcome here!
So, the wolf's wretched spirit likes to raise wild pups now. You claim to be a guardian, yet your once sharp claws have clearly dulled since your days of God. If you serve us, we can restore your divine powers you once held in the past. Lies. Lies.
What the heck is this ceremony? He looks like he's in a lot of pain. Oh no, is this the same thing they did to corrupt Dvalin's mind?
Wolves never surrender. But this...
No matter how many times... Bow before the abyss!
I let my guard down. Rain outlines your fate. Let me weave you a verse.
Get them!
Grant me new life!
My blade! From whence you came!
The end is nigh!
Time to act.
The world will fall!
Spirit blade! Attack!
The world will fall!
Rain outlines your fate.
From whence you... There is no pure form of water than rain. It can aid us greatly in the purging of evil.
Right.
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
The ceremony was interrupted. How fortunate for you. How does an old spirit have such determined will? No matter. This is but a small, unforeseen variable.
It disappeared again!
Thank you. You came. Just in time.
Human Lupercal. I am ashamed that you must see me in my presence, but still, the Abyss Herald underestimated my strength.
Lupus Boreas never refuses trial, but scary outsider, not respect trial rules. I too didn't see the
Wait, so you mean the Abyss Order had everything prepared to...
Thank you. In the future, you smelled danger and came here?
No, we heard about the danger. Paimon's nose doesn't even know what danger smells like. Besides coming to help, we actually have something to ask you about too. Excuse us, Mr. Wolf God. Do you know anything about the first field tiller?
I pay no heed to the contraptions of humans. I know not what this field tiller is. Though there was indeed one human-made machine that I can never forget. It entered into my proving ground by accident, and I mistook it for a challenger. But it could not think, only fight. It was designed as a pure killing machine from top to bottom. I eventually damaged it greatly with one of my attacks.
This shouldn't be happening.
Before it fell to the ground, it fled the proving ground.
By the sounds of it, it's possible that could have been the very first field tiller.
Yes, it could spin, leap high into the air, and even shoot fireballs. Although no match for a god, it was stronger than even many who wield visions.
Fireballs? Hey, didn't we hear this somewhere else recently as well? Anyway, this pretty much proves that the first field tiller came to Mondstadt, doesn't it? It sounds like the first one was way stronger than the mass-produced ruin guards that came after. But in this story, it was damaged at the proving ground.
Don't know. But did we help?
Yes, you were a big help. Thanks. We need to keep investigating something super important. The Abyss Herald may have left, but the Abyss's forces are still attacking. You two be careful.
Yes, I smell more danger. Bigger danger. You too, also be careful.
Well, that was some good intel. Quick, let's go tell Dane. The rain has stopped. Come with me. Let's pick some matsutake.
Swift and merciful.
Dane, there you are. Did you see Master Jean?
I saw her, but purposely avoided her. As both the Lion Fang Knight and acting grand, if I'm not careful, one day I may find myself becoming the object of one of her investigations. But back to the matter at hand. I defeated some of the Abyss forces, but wasn't able to gather any information. Did you have more success? I see. Well then, we can more or less figure out where the first field tiller ended up.
Huh? Really? Just from the look...
That information combined with a more comprehensive... For example, the old story you told me you heard in the cathedral. Exactly. The strange story told...
Ah, Paimon gets it. So the Tyrant's final fury was really just missiles fired from the field tiller after it was damaged in the fight with the Wolf of the North. It must have wandered into the ruins of Old Mondstadt and stayed there. Then, whenever anyone got close, pew, pew, boom! It would fire a ton of missiles at them. Until one day, it finally broke down for good, and the fireballs stopped raining from the sky. Back then, the people of Mondstadt hadn't seen many ruin guards before, so they came to interpret it as the...
It looks like we need to make a trip to Storm Terror's lair and comb the entire area. What do you mean?
Huh? You mean... Oh, Paimon remembers too! We saw that abandoned ruin guard sitting atop the tower when we went there before. Can't forget something like that. Okay then, use your elemental sight to look for the app. Ooh, so what did you see? Huh? Nothing? Oh, but Paimon was so excited. What's going on?
This requires another method. Using elemental sight on a field tiller is of no use because it is not powered by the elements. Let me give it a try. And done.
Wow! It's
the very thing the Abyss Herald has been seeking all along. All of the ruin guards today are just replicas of this machine. As the prototype, its combat capability was unrestricted.
prototype? Paimon
As the Abyss Order has surmised, if this eye is placed in the hands of the defiled, and if the limbs of Osial, Overlord of the Vortex, are attached to the statue, there you have a mechanized god. And this newly born god will have the power to topple the divine thrones of Celeste. Yes.
Then, what should we do with this eye?
No.
Huh?
You may doubt me if you wish, but I must ensure it does not fall into the wrong hands. No matter where we may hide it, they will find it. And as for the Church of Favonius...
Oh!
But our work isn't done yet. To avoid any further repercussions, we can't have the Church...
Destroy it? That's a statue of the Seven! As well as being a really important cultural relic, they're actually divine too! Well, good thing we didn't tell Barbara earlier. Otherwise she'd be going completely bonkers right now!
Do the Seven really Let's go back to those ruins and destroy the inverted statue. I'll make sure it doesn't get away this...
These are the perfect conditions for training. Come on, Traveler. Train with me.
So after all that running around, we end up right back here again. Look at us. We barely escaped this place last time, and now we're strolling right back in. Gee, surely we must be some of the bravest adventurers in all of Teyvat. That or the stupidest. To get to that creepy statue, we just need to follow...
Looks like we're here. An eerie, lifeless, dark chamber.
Oh, such a scary place.
Be careful to not be overwhelmed by the power of the defiled statue. The Abyss Herald.
You sense correctly. You are just as vexatious as ever, Dame. I sense your soul is stained by... Oh, and something far more than we are the same.
It is your words that forever reek of Time to silence you!
Rain outlines your fate.
A touch of frost.
Boba, get them!
Submit for judgment!
Windblade!
All life will perish.
Now I got stomach cramps.
Abyssal roar.
That really hurt!
Not good.
Swift and merciful. From whence you came.
This grants me new life. The end is nigh.
Nice and spicy! Prepare to be blown away! You're toast!
The world will fall.
Submit for judgment.
Witness the power of Gugwa.
One with my blade.
Prince.
Hey! Could that be?
Lumine.
अबे हे पूर्ण अॅनिमे तो वाटतंय असं एकदम कंटिन्युअसली
Launched an attack against the Abyss Herald! Your brother? And the Abyss?
Lumine, why are you with Dane?
इधर नाव लूमीन असते.
Uh-huh? Your brother knows Dane?
Ether, we meet again.
What's going on here? Dane the...
You shouldn't team up with this man. He is my enemy.
Ether.
This is the nearest.
But it must be said. Don't try to stop me. Don't try to stop the Abyss. That man Dainsleif was the Twilight Sword, one of the royal guards of the final dynasty of Conria. 500 years ago, he failed to prevent the destruction of Conria. A curse of immortality was laid upon him, to forever wander the wilderness, while he watched the people he was supposed to protect turn into the monsters of the Abyss.
You're saying Dane is from Conria? The same Conria that was destroyed 500 years ago? And you said the people turned into monsters? You're trying to tell Paimon that the Abyss Order is not only related to Conria, but is actually the people of Conria themselves? And the whole thing about Dane being your enemy...
Yes, of course. Home is wherever we are together. But I cannot go with you to the next world to find a new home. At least, not yet. Until the Abyss has engulfed the thrones, my war with destiny will see no end. Listen to me, Lumine. I have already traveled through this world once. Once you reach the end of your journey as I did, you will see for yourself the true nature of this world. So we'll meet again. Though we need not rush, sister. I have more than enough time to wait for you. We have always had enough time.
They left. Oh, don't be too sad. We'll find them again. Look on the bright side. At least we got some really useful information. Really? You sure? At least now, as well as the Seven, Dane is also a key part of finding your sibling too, right? That's right! By the way, what they said just now is all pretty confusing. Did you understand? Oh, well then, let's go over it again. First off, it seems like your brother is leading the Abyss Order. Even the Abyss Herald answers to him. Still, we don't know for sure if he's the highest-ranking leader in the organization. Also, your brother said that he wants to engulf the thrones and go... Next thing, turns out the Abyss Order monsters are really what the people of Conria turned in, and Dane is from Conria too! He witnessed its destruction 500 years ago! So that's why your brother said that Dane is his enemy, but... if the monsters of the Abyss are the same people that Dane protected all those years ago, then why is he enemies with the Abyss Order now? Also, how come after all this time we've spent searching for your brother, it turns out he's on the side of the Abyss? What's up? Yeah, you're right. Then we can't let ourselves get down about it. Our journey's not over yet. Let's get a move on. If your brother wants you to reach the end of your journey, come on, traveler. Let's go.
Oh fuck. What the fuck, man? Oh, nah. I beg.
Pato Dios les vela. कॅरेक्टर तर हील करतो. अबे अजून आपण स्टॅच्यू ऑफ 7च्या खाली थांबलो ना, आपला कॅरेक्टर हील होतं माहित होतं बघ.
हा बोल की.
पण स्टॅच्यू ऑफ 7च्या खाली उभारलो ना आपला कॅरेक्टर.
माहिती की मला.
तुला काय माहिती तुला?
अबे तिथं आल्या तर आहे की 50% विचार हेल्थ असं उघडलं पहिले तिथं असतं की बे.
ते उघडलंच नव्हतं खालचं कधी.
I ride on wind and cloud alike.
अबे मला माहित होतं मला कळणार नाही म्हणून मी पहिल्यापासून वाचत जात होतो. सगळ्यांनी असं की पॉइंट.
Are you okay? Paimon never imagined your brother would have sided with the Abyss. Well, Paimon believes in both of you. And when the going gets tough, the tough get going. He said we needed to reach the end of our... And we won't find out what this journey is or where it... don't mention it, partner. Although, where should we go next? Oh, you mean the god that took your brother away in the first place? You're right. After all, everything that fought... Yeah, Paimon bets... Well, we've ruled out 2 gods so far. Paimon doesn't think we can simply walk into Inazuma. Zhongli said it was a closed nation. We'll have to find some other way in. Why don't we ask someone from Inazuma how to gain entrance? Oh, Paimon's thought of someone already. Let's see what she has to say.
कॅरेक्टर अपग्रेड करतो. क्राफ्ट करायला लागतो.
गाजर टमाटर सापडायला लागले की. हा भेटली. ability काय काम आहे ते. कुठे गेला बे?
वर्ल्ड 3 झालं माझं. वर्ल्ड लेवल 3 30 लेवल.
Fuck. अबे गायबून मारता मैंने.
Ad Astra Abyssosk.
मेला रे ओहो ओहो ह्याला मारा तर कसला अवघड आहे बे
Ancient outlaws, truly.
झाले का थोड़ा नया कैरेक्टर आने के लिए सिर्फ 2 है 200 वो है
ability नहीं है का माझी शिट
हे सगळे गोळा करायला लागतील
ओ फक अर्धी हल झाली हे माझं 5वा कॅरेक्टर पहिलं
इनाझुमा कुठं तर ऐकल्यासारखं वाटायलंय बे हा इनाझुमा 11 फुटबॉलचं
एनिमे आहे ना अबे एवढ्या हेल्थ वरती कसं जिंकाव बे
हेल्थ वाढवता येते
Oh.
अबे याच्यामध्ये येत नाही बे लिव डोमेनच म्हणाला डायरेक्ट
good fortune, right? I'm still learning to talk like a local. Is there anything I can help you with?
We wanted to ask, how do we get into Inazuma?
Oh, so that's why you're here. Well, there is a way.
Great! We came to the right person!
But the chance of success is incredibly small.
Huh. Incredibly small? Then how did you get out of Inazuma in the first place?
It was in leaving Inazuma that I found out just how dangerous this method truly was. All I had to rely on was a little wooden raft that I'd put together myself. After I'd escaped their clutches, I floated on the open ocean for I don't know how many days. But to my surprise, my journey didn't end there. That's right. I escaped by the skin of my teeth. The fact that I'm even alive to tell the tale must be a sign that the gods were watching over me.
What a horrible journey! And you set off knowing how dangerous it was? Why?
Well, because everything is just too restrictive over there. The atmosphere is so stifling. The Kanjo Commission subjects everyone leaving or entering the nation to a protracted approval process, and I felt like I didn't belong there.
Kanjo Commission? What's that?
Along with the other 2 commissions, they oversee everything in Inazuma.
Fuck.
We usually collectively refer to them as the Tri-Commit. One of the obligations of the Kanjo Commission is to conduct rigorous identity checks on all individuals leaving or entering Inazuma. All non-nationals are processed centrally on Rito upon arrival. Meanwhile, the Tenryo Commission is responsible for implementing the recently promulgated Vision Hunt Decree. They act like the executive arm of the Raiden Shogun's rule, loyal, yet unfeeling. It doesn't feel good to speak ill of my home like this. But after spending so long under that oppressive atmosphere, what I mean to say is, unless you have an extremely compelling reason to go to Inazuma, you should know that the sea around Inazuma is engulfed in a perpetual tempest of wind and rain. Supposing you survived that, you would still need to get past the samurai guards that enforce the Sakoku Decree, the closed nation policy of Inazuma. And even if you did manage to find a way, you'd still have to produce the necessary documentation at the Rito Center for processing Outlanders. Otherwise, you'd be kicked out immediately.
Seems like they really don't want anyone setting foot in Inazuma.
They only set that up as a port to guarantee a supply of goods and information to the island. But if you really are set on going, there is one thing you could try.
The raft idea sounds a little on the dangerous side. Plus, Paimon would definitely get seasick.
That's not what I meant. You could ask someone from the Crux Fleet if they have some way of getting you to Inazuma. They're well known in Liyue. Voyaging far and wide has made them a well-traveled group with a wide range of experiences.
But it's an armed fleet, right? Why would they agree to a request like this?
That part is up to you. If you're able to persuade, the Alcor is the flagship of the Crux Fleet. I heard...
Then there's no time to lose. Let's go find Captain Beto!
Electro Mayhem जी बैठता है.
Oh, fuck it. No. ए काय झालं रे आता झोप इथे झोप पहिले ये झोप
One with my blade.
तिने काय म्हणली काय अबे मी आणतो म्हणलो ना तुला तू तिला कशाला विचारलं सांगा तिने काय जाऊन आणणार आहे का बाहेर
मीक बंद कर सम्या That is inevitable.
अरे पण आता तू तिला का सांगता ती बाहेरचे काम मी आणत असतो ना बाहेर जाऊन मी आणत असतो ना तू तिला का एवढं काय कुठे ना बाहेर तू लगेच बाहेर सांग असं
Nice and spicy.
Hunta, huisha, hukata, huisha करायला येतं.
झोप आता तुला काय म्हणलो चांगला खाऊन झोप म्हणलो त्याला मी तुला
A touch of frost! Spirit Blade! Attack!
Don't hit me!
Forth, my blade!
Who have we got here? Wait, I know you. Ningguang told me about you. A traveler of great insight and remarkable skill has saved Liyue, she said. She's a hard one to please, so praise from her is high praise indeed. I remember thinking at the time that it'd be good to meet you in person. Judging by the clothes on your back and this floating thing, I guess that time has come.
Hey! The name's not Floating Thing! It's Paimon!
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain, that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never even heard of it? The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are 2 important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. Otherwise, things get a little... You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. There are a few crouching tigers and hidden dragons lurking around in Liyue. And with Liyue's savior taking part in the tournament, now that's gonna turn a few heads.
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial arts tournament.
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that the prize this time round is particularly sought after. Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs to them.
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains to...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma, not fighting in some tournament.
Inazuma? You want to go there?
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice. Masterless Vision, or a ticket to Inazuma aboard the Alcor.
You just want her to take part in your tournament!
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have,
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head to the
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before the answer is revealed.
टूर्नामेंट खेळायला जायला चिटिंग आहे बे चिटिंग व्हेरी चिटिंग बिग चिटिंग
Time to act. Rain outlines your fate. No, my sword!
Swift and merciful.
Here to play.
One with my blade. A touch of frost. I ride on wind and cloud alike.
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Vader said that they had to be renowned fighters. Who will we be up against?
Fourth, my blade.
Hello! Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria. The Clash is a comprehensive... Nobody wants to...
Yeah,
Me? Only a former runner. What? You... Nonsense! Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith catch treasure hoarders. They tried to sneak past me under the cover. I planted a left hook on... I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse... I'm not saying I came out...
But for us, even for... Alright.
I'll see you in the arena.
No, my sword!
Hi there! Are you here for the Crux Clash too?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life combat for hope, but this tournament is...
Exactly.
This master of yours...
famous. He's the founder of the Lingshan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite... He's got to be a grand to the Lingshan clan.
Forced dispersal?
It's a type of breathing For example, our...
One time, he sent a challenger flying into the air without lifting a finger.
It sure is. But it's extremely difficult to cultivate this ability.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted, or we would have at least gotten the gist by now.
There's a tuition fee?
Of course. This is a...
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined the Guhua clan and made pretty much instant progress in their training.
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too, maybe we can finally make our master proud.
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt. Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even...
See you in the arena.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found myself another new adversary.
So you're also here for the tournament?
You better believe it. For me, obtaining a vision is the final and most important piece. No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've lived a successful life so far, without any setbacks. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed in most people's eye a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I've also brought along a bit. Of course, I also put in a few good days. You don't mince your words, dude. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys pay way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's
Jinx
just
Village arm wrestling
really
champion, huh?
average.
Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that right?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though? Why are they trying to enter the clash?
I have to ask, aren't you the traveler that helped Liyue fight off that ancient god? It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the rite of parting.
Oh, I wonder if I can get her autograph later.
I trust you are aware that only those without visions. Really? But from what I've heard, the things you're capable of in combat are nothing short of extraordinary.
Yep, she still doesn't have a vision, though. See for yourself.
My apologies. I didn't mean to be rude. I'm sure a great hero like yourself would have... It's just a formality for you, of course, but I have to make a record of competitors' achievements as part of the sign-up process. So far, I've got defeated the ancient god Osile, so that's one. Do you have any others?
Yeah! Also, don't forget to mention that the previous battles include, but are not limited to, Storm Terror, Dvalin, and Fatui Harbinger Child.
Whoa.
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to withdraw.
Okay, that's plenty. Actually, this is the most dazzling track record I've ever seen. By a long shot. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a brief word about the prize. A great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one thing.
Oh, we're not here for that. We're here because Captain Beto promised to take us to Inazuma if we win the tournament.
There's another prize, too? Oh, first I've heard of it.
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to attract top talent.
But why would anyone want to go somewhere as dangerous as Inazuma?
I see. So, I take it you discussed your terms with Beto in advance. Well, nobody expected you to sign up to a tournament like this. Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to begin. I'll leave you to your preparation.
Hey, so Paimon's thinking about that whole no vision bearers rule in this tournament. Even though you don't have a vision, most people in Teyvat think that you can't manipulate the elements without one. So Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstandings. In any case, looking at the competition, it should still... Alright, it's...
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to come? Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Elemental use करायचं नाही ability.
Our next competitor is seen by many as the favorite to win this tournament. Her first bout begins now!
Seems like you've got a pretty good chance of winning this thing.
You? You're the hero they're talking about?
Come on, let's go sign up.
How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us.
A touch of frost.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy and did it with style, too.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think how to aptly phrase. You fought well.
All right, then. I was thinking, a lot of competitors... And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few... Well, since everyone sees you as the one to beat, I figure I should start treating you that way too. For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, You must be itching to fight someone in your league too, right? So, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
But we only just started the qualifiers. Seems like a crazy system.
This is how Captain Beto works. Besides, at your...
To be
Alright, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to...
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the...
Alright, that's enough chit.
I like how we're all on.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but he has quickly become the dark horse of the tournament. I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest that you make sure you are fully prepared before—
Relax! My girl's at the—
Okay, follow me.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. I'm sweating all over. It's a good feeling. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train hard.
Right! For a moment there, Paimon was a little worried. If you had a vision, you'd definitely be one of the strongest around.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine, I lost interest eventually. You can't depend on a vision like you can your own. I've fought and won against Vision Bear.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try and get your hands on that masterless vision?
No, I didn't. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses and learn from them. So I'm pleased with today's outcome.
Wow! Now that's true strength.
If you have the chance in the future, please come and spar with...
By the way, do you know who else made it into the finals? Is it gonna be someone even tougher than you?
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. But what I have heard is that they're extremely quick. So don't get too cocky.
There he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I watched your match. I myself was eliminated in the third round.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no feet. Still, I'm sure he'll be no match for you.
No, my sword!
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but instead he took it straight to the nose. There was blood up. His opponent was pretty freaked out by it. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Because to not dodge is the— Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like this.
Oh, alright then.
Thanks,
We still haven't got any useful information yet.
You gave an outstanding performance. Truly commendable. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of this kind, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your opponent. In fact, I discerned this not from what...
He's right. I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final round. Do you think they'll be stronger than the one we faced in the semifinals?
Not exactly. Contenders that reach the finals aren't necessarily stronger. They tend to have something unique about their style. As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill lies in his speed, and he has superior form. It's also obvious that he's seen his fair share of battles. What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal for you. Let's go somewhere a little quieter. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your...
It is true that I am versed both in I do not mean to flaunt given your talent.
Hang on.
Gathering intelligence is besides our favorite...
You betcha! Wait a second.
However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me.
थोडा लांब जायची गरज होती साइडच्या आयलंडला जायचं
Swift and merciful.
Now that we're alone, let me cut to the heart of the matter. You are skilled in manipulating the elements, and not just a single element, but multiple. Is that correct?
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your elemental abilities, let's just say it would cause some unwanted misunderstandings. If I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations, given your reluctance to use it. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is not poetic symbolism. Since a young age, I have been... It is things of this nature.
As crazy as all that sounds...
My humble abilities are negligible. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex scent.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our smell! It's weird!
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined elemental abilities? Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel elemental energy and even wield it in combat?
It's nothing really. Paimon just told her whatever came to mind. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened along the way. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence of the gods and the visions they grant. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Perhaps it may yet reveal something. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I've learned. That will make it a fair exchange. Now then, let's test your skills.
From whence you came! Forth, my blade! Submit for judgment! A touch of frost!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond reproach. Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance, which enables him to execute moves that many would find impossible. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat his opponents. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks should pose no threat to you. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you, for the world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with visions.
I desire to know what what influences the gods. My apologies. For allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. I am willing to... So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, visions are a gift in the outset. Not to mention...
She sounds less like...
As far as I know, she is an archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no regard to what others may think or... Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god...
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro Archon before? With time, we will... If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand... the time for your...
Oh, right! We can...
If you have no other matters to it, very well. Just...
Swift and merciful! A touch of frost!
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! Your attention, please! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! This is the final match! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now at long last, the two finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow! I've been waiting for this moment!
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant... he still hasn't arrived.
Oh, come on, what could be taking him so long?
Apologies! Everyone just sit tight! We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show up, we'll just have to postpone the match.
Wait a moment. Something doesn't seem right about this. Captain Beto, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right.
Huh? Did somebody steal it? Who would dare...
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that someone here would have the guts to cross Captain Beto.
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand does not escape nature's watchful gaze. The culprit has only acted recently. The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my responsibility to...
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some...
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island. Where could he have possibly run to?
Come with me. I can sense the winds are coming. winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Windblade! Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
You can't run from death.
No, what that is.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Mine's your fate.
Windblade!
Swift and murky!
No, my sword!
Nice and spicy!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure quick...
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or, if I could activate this one, then you'd never be able to catch me.
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, your chosenness... In other words, you failed to meet any of the basic criteria for a grand hike.
You...
But most disappointing of all is that it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human desire.
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision.
Aha! So you were...
I'd intended to win the... After watching the semi-finals, I knew that I didn't stand a chance. Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided to put my skills to good use while everyone's attention was on you and Beto. I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but after all I went through to get it, I think not. Really? Fine.
You know, according to the law...
Huh? You're not...
Not to mention that the item... It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word thief on your forehead.
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that far, dude!
I never would have... If this is where talking gets me, then forget it! I'll risk a fight!
One with my blade!
Out of the frying pan, into the fire!
I'll have my revenge, eventually.
No! No! Do what you want!
He has persevered to the bitter end. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed my mind.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you asking? It's up to you.
No.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it! Were you just trying to scare him?
I take no pleasure in frightening others. I was just testing all possibilities while the vision remained in his hand. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength... But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes, from the moment he stole... I've tried many other methods in the past, though few tales tell of a master... After seeing you command... Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give...
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. No matter. This was expected.
Yeah, what's the
The story begins with... He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies...
Kazuha!
All right then. It's time we return. Allow me to gather the wind for us once more.
Huh? Did Beta leave already? Maybe...
If you're looking for the captain, it seems that the Crux clashed. Captain Beto was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she But still, Captain Beto was disappointed she didn't get to witness the crowning of the new champion. She had been...
The one who stole the vision was originally to be this hero's opponent in the final round. He knew he stood no chance of winning the match, thus the wicked idea of stealing, in which case the Crux clash comes to a clear-cut conclusion.
Huh? So that's what happened? If that's the case, then the rules stipulate that he is disqualified, and our hero here is the champion.
Paimon thought we'd win and all, but not like this.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes, honor given...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain Beto is no longer present here, I'll be sure she receives word of it. She is a woman of her word. But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. You will be plagued by a perpetual tempest the entire trip. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an embodiment of the Raiden Shogun's will to close the nation.
Hold on a second. You're saying she can change the weather just with the power of her mind?
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue... Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, the Alcor will need some time. You will be notified once all the preparations have been made. In the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of my own. I will travel all across the vast lands of Liyue in the hope of finding a way to reawaken the vision.
Paimon believes you'll find a way.
Thank you. May both our journeys prove meaningful. One final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the storm may well prove to be the most arduous.